Good afternoon. My name is Christopher Topper, and I am the President of Student Government Association. It is my sincerest pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 Duville Honors Convocation ceremony. Typically, I would be addressing you in person. I would be standing in front of you, your classmates, family, and friends, and I would lead you through the day as your master of ceremonies. Yet, just like so many other special events and life moments, COVID-19 has shifted our celebrations to a virtual platform. Nevertheless, today is a special day. The honors and achievements that you have accomplished this year should be just as special, if not more so, than years past. In fact, this year has been full of so many COVID-19 challenges that I would like to take a moment to celebrate you all for just making it through. It would have been so easy to stop, to give up, and wait for a post-COVID world to return to college and work towards your degree, but you didn't do that. You pushed through each and every challenge that was thrown your way, and you made it to today. To my fellow seniors in the group, keep pushing through. We are just a few short months away from graduating, and whether that graduation ceremony involves us walking across the stage or gathering together, socially distant, and watching a screen, it is our time to shine. Graduating from an ever-evolving institution can be challenging for students. Introducing a global pandemic only complicates these challenges more. For me, as the president of Student Government Association, one of my biggest challenges was developing a network of connections within the institution and learning about new offices and support areas that have been created. Before the fall 2020 semester, I had a preconceived notion as to the agenda and annual plan for the Student Senate. This plan didn't include the different people I have met this year or the full impact of COVID-19. However, these changes have brought to fruition that prior aspirations can always disappear to make way for new, more difficult challenges that must be surmounted. But as you know, we aren't afraid of challenges at Duville. In fact, we like challenges, because where there's a challenge, there is an opportunity for us all to make the world a better place. We never refuse to serve. Sometimes that service is large and far-reaching, like the Student Government Association's SOS account that was increased from $5,000 to $70,000 in response to COVID-19. And sometimes that service is small and quiet, like remembering to wear a mask in public and regularly washing your hands to help stop the spread of the disease. In a word, Duville means community. In fact, it means love. Our number one point of pride across campus is that Saints never refuse to serve. This has been our focus since we were founded back in 1908. Saints represent dignity, strength, nobility, and service, which perfectly align with the mission, history, and direction of Duville. Going away to school and living in resident halls, or even commuting to a new community, can be an intimidating experience. And yet, we have all accomplished that, and for many of us, those experiences have become the best memories of our lives. We are grateful that we are a diverse people, but we are also one Duville, a common identity that creates shared values and experiences is a bonding agent for us all. It instills a sense of belonging and a sense of home. Speaking personally, I know I belong here. Today and forever, we are the Saints, and that means you. You are a Saint. At this time, I officially declare the Duville College Honors Convocation is now open.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts rewatched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriots love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Good and loving God, as we begin our Honors Convocation, let us be mindful of what matters most about today and will last far beyond today. For the tests will come and go, the classes begin and end, the challenges will inevitably rise, yet it is our relationships with one another that will persist and endure. For our award recipients, for the opportunity to gather together here today, and for all the relationships that define us, we give thanks and say, Amen. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is John Rizik, and I am a second-year Duville student in the Accelerated PharmD program. I'm a Canadian-Egyptian citizen who grew up in Saudi Arabia. People often ask me why I came to Duville. The answer is quite simple. I chose Duville because of its proximity to Toronto, a place where I could develop a global network, but I stay at Duville for so much more. My favorite thing about Duville might also be yours, that each student is provided endless opportunities to be an engaged and successful member of the campus ecosystem. I've always wanted to be involved in my community, but never had the chances that I have here. It is only my second year at Duville, and I have already founded the Honors Student Association and serve as the president, been elected the chair for public relations of the Student Government Association, serve as vice president of the Lambda Sigma National Honor Society, and hold several roles as a resident advisor, an orientation leader, and a student ambassador. Each of these positions allow me the opportunity to shape Duville's future while also developing my own leadership skills that will eventually shape my own. I am sure that many of you today can share similar stories. Duville is our community, our home. If you haven't had a chance to get involved, there is still time to do it. If there's something you've always wanted to do, but for whatever reason couldn't, do it. College is a space to explore your passions, and Duville is especially fit for this exploration. Many people ask me, how do you balance all of your extracurriculars on top of your rigorous academic schedule? That answer is also quite simple. The faculty and staff at Duville have a phenomenal dedication to the student body, which helps students like us excel, not only in the classroom, but outside of the classroom too. All of the opportunities that we have here are backed up with an equal amount of support. Although we have the freedom and space to grow and lead as individuals, we also have a support network that we can trust will be right behind us should we ever need them. I'd like to share a personal experience of just how unique and supportive Duville is. During the end of my first semester, a group of students were invited to President Clemo's home for dinner. Outside of a delicious meal and such welcoming company, there was a great opportunity to network with students, staff, and administrators. When we finished dinner, we found out that the real purpose of the evening was to assemble and package holiday gifts for Oshai's Children's Hospital. All of the students split up into small groups, and we began to build toys under the watchful eye of President Clemo, who was dressed as Mrs. Claus, and our Chief Student Affairs Officer, BG, who happened to be dressed as Bingles the Elf. This fun and festive environment allowed me to become comfortable in my surroundings, which led me to speak with students who are part of the Student Government Association. It also gave me the chance to have a very impactful conversation with BG, who encouraged my future involvement within the student government. A year later, I find myself a member of the executive team of the student government, as well as addressing you all today, welcoming you to our Honors Convocation. Duville's mission is to never refuse to serve, which is not something we just say, but truly how we live each day. Even in some of the worst conditions, like the global pandemic we are currently in, we always find ways to serve those around us. Through my involvement in several campus organizations, we were able to raise hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for several charities such as the Punt Foundation and Friends of the Night People. Whether it was from co-sponsoring the No Shave November competition with Kappa Psi to hosting the Candygram sale with the Honors Student Association, the students at Duville truly never refuse to serve. I would say that outside of our dedication to service, another thing that I love about Duville is our innovative mindset. Duville is not afraid to make forward-thinking decisions that lead to the advancement of the institution. This mentality resonates within students, faculty, staff, and administrators. Every single day allows us an opportunity to think about how to make our future better, and Duville allows us an opportunity to turn our thoughts into actions. To see examples of this model, all you have to do is walk around and step into some of our student spaces, like the Solutions Center, the Park, the Success Center, and very soon, the first of its kind, the Health Professions Hub. The most recent innovative space is the Cultural Enrichment Center, which is otherwise known as the CEC. This space was created out of direct suggestions by us, the students of Duville, and is dedicated to not only supporting marginalized groups of students, but also to educating those privileged student groups. Soon, we'll all have an opportunity to hear from Rashawn Thomas, coordinator for the Cultural Enrichment Center. As a student with a marginalized identity, I must say that it's nice to know that I have the support of such an incredible office and the staff within it. Duville is a place where dreams are made. I know for a fact that each and every one of you has a dream that Duville is bringing you closer to achieving. My dreams have always been to own my own private pharmacy chain, but my involvement at Duville has brought out my passion for administration and organizational management, skill sets that open countless doors within the pharmaceutical industry that I was previously unaware of. Duville continues to present life-changing opportunities to me, and I'm sure that Duville has done the same for you. I encourage you, as students, as leaders, as saints, to seize these opportunities. So you see, the reason I came to Duville is quite simple. I wanted a good academic program that was close to Toronto. The more important question to ask is why I stay at Duville. I stay at Duville because I am proud to be a saint.
I would like to begin this event by acknowledging that we are on the lands of Indigenous people. Traditionally, these lands were home to many nations, including the Neutral, Erie, Winrow, Huron, and other peoples. Today, these lands are still regarded as being the traditional homelands of the Seneca and other Haudenosaunee peoples. We respect the treaty rights of the Six Nations, the Seneca, Mohawk, Cayuga, Onondaga, Oneida, and Tuscarora, and the obligation of the United States and New York governments and American society to adhere to them. We honor the legacy of the many ancestors and elders who made this land their home and infused it with their spirit for thousands of years. We also honor the original peoples who remain on the ancestral homelands of Turtle Island and who have survived centuries of colonialism, genocide, and land theft. Finally, we honor those who are not here, but who might have been were it not for this history of violence. With hearts and minds focused on healing and truth, we remember the powerful example of democracy and federalism set by the Haudenosaunee, embodied in the great law of peace. Through this inspiration, we commit ourselves to advocate for inclusion and restitution for past atrocities. May we all aspire to a world of reconciliation, guided by the example of the Haudenosaunee themselves, so that our weapons of war are buried forever and mutual respect and equality prevail among all peoples and nations.
Good afternoon. I would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone watching this afternoon, whether on a TV, tablet, computer, or smartphone, as we celebrate our extraordinary students. This year's Honors Convocation brings us almost full circle in what has been one of the most unusual years. The 2020 Honors Convocation was the last public ceremony D'Youville was able to hold before New York State went into lockdown on March 22nd due to coronavirus. D'Youville was uniquely prepared to face this challenge and was the first college in Western New York to move classes completely online and train our faculty in best practices for this new learning paradigm. I was and remain so proud to witness the dedication and resilience of our entire community, students, faculty, and staff, in the light of this global crisis. Students, I applaud your impressive achievements in the face of unprecedented challenges. In light of the highly unusual academic, social, and health-related circumstances you have had to deal with over the past year, your accomplishments are that much more remarkable and deserve our highest praise. You are role models for all D'Youville students who can witness your passion and purpose in achieving your goals. You represent the best of D'Youville, and it is my profound pleasure to recognize you for the honors you so richly deserve. As you know, in addition to the pandemic, our country faced other trials in 2020, as the murder of George Floyd cast a harsh spotlight on the racial inequities still prevalent in our society. D'Youville moved forward on a number of initiatives to meaningfully address racial issues on campus, including the D'Youville Community for Change Task Force. Today's guest speaker, Rashawn Thomas, is the coordinator of our new Cultural Enrichment Center, and she will share with you the important work we are doing and must continue to do to help D'Youville become a more fully inclusive institution. Rashawn is a Texas native and first-generation college graduate. She attended Jarvis Christian College, a private, historically black college in Texas. While at Jarvis, she received a BS in kinesiology with the intent to become a physical therapist. But her time on campus was also filled with many involvement opportunities. After graduating from Jarvis, Rashawn began a higher education administration program at the University of Central Arkansas. While attending UCA, she experienced firsthand what it was like to be a student of color at a predominantly white institution. This experience led her to the discovery of the ODC, the Office of Diversity and Community. It was through the ODC that Rashawn learned to use her voice as a powerful tool to be an advocate and ally for marginalized students. Rashawn, like so many of you here today, completed the last year of her program and started to look for the next career opportunity during a global pandemic. Rashawn applied for the Cultural Enrichment Program offered here at D'Youville, where she self-disclosed that when she applied, the only things she knew about Buffalo were that it snowed a lot and we were known for wings. Rashawn also disclosed that it was during her interview process that she got to connect with students, understand more about D'Youville, and just as she knew would happen, everything was clear to her. Upon joining our community in December, Rashawn started working immediately to bring positive and effective change to our campus. Some of the changes included starting the work of rebuilding a number of marginalized student organizations that have dissolved over the years, creating and unveiling the PUP program, a peer uplifting peers mentorship program, and developing a diversity peer educator program for our community. As the inaugural coordinator for our Cultural Enrichment Center, Rashawn has a lot of responsibilities to manage, but it is clear to me that she is more than capable of not only managing these responsibilities, but exceeding them. This is evidenced by the month-long comprehensive program that Rashawn just finished honoring and celebrating Black History Month. A space on campus that was once a quiet staff office has transformed into something new and exciting. And it is not unusual to walk past the Cultural Enrichment Center and hear students talking, laughing, and building community. Rashawn's work and vision is exactly why we invited her to speak to all of you today. Her passion and commitment to supporting and amplifying students with marginalized identities reflects the mission and life of our very own St. Marguerite d'Youville, who you know never refused to serve those in need. Please join me in welcoming Rashawn Thomas, d'Youville's coordinator for cultural enrichment.
Good afternoon. I'm Rashawn Thomas. As mentioned by President Clemo, I currently serve as the coordinator for the Cultural Enrichment Center. It's an honor to be here speaking with you today. I wanted to take this time to share with you my life before, during, and after my college experience. These experiences have cultivated and developed me into the individual who you're viewing today on your screen. I grew up in North Richland Hills, Texas, with my loving parents and younger brother. And let me take a moment to paint you a picture of North Richland Hills. It's a suburban city that's predominantly white. We were one of the only black families in the area at the time. Growing up, I was often the only person of color in any space I entered, from the classroom to the grocery store. At this point in my life, and all throughout high school, my exposure to people who looked like me and experienced life like me had been limited to family events and church. I often found myself questioning who I was. I felt though as I knew what I wanted, or at least at the time I thought I did, but at the end of the day, I still was questioning, who am I? Who is Rashawn? Questioning who I was led me to be extremely intentional with my college search. Knowing that my exposure as a black woman had been limited by adjusting to those around me, I knew that I needed to be in a space where I could feel comfortable growing in my identity, surrounded by people who could relate to my life experiences and challenges that came with them. Though I looked at opportunities at multiple institutions, I never quite felt like I found a place that I would truly belong. Interestingly enough, one day I got a call from Jeremy Pratt, an admissions recruiter at Jarvis Christian College. Initially, I was skeptical because I didn't know how this man found my number. However, Jeremy insisted that if I gave him 5 minutes of my time, he would convince me that Jarvis was for me. Well, guess what? He sure did. His 5-minute speech was so good, he convinced me to go on a campus tour. After my campus tour, I knew Jarvis was for me. I will say that I did not know what I truly had signed up for attending an HBCU until I was standing in a gym on freshman move-in day, full of black people, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, cousins, children, everyone looked like me. Talk about a culture shock. In that moment, I did not know if this was a mistake or the best decision of my life. I had never been in a space like this before. Starting my college career, I learned all the beautiful and ugly lessons that come with your first year of exploring life on its own. Not everyone is your friend. Parties every single weekend do not result in straight A's. And a community laundry room, a humbling experience. After the first couple of rough months, I found myself sitting in the academic advisor's office, who challenged me to change my environment if I wanted to see graduation day. My advisor encouraged me to change my group of friends and find something that interests me and to get involved on campus. Taking that advice led me to try out for the cheer team, run for positions in student government, and join the pre-alumni. I never thought these 3 organizations would become the foundation of my undergraduate experience. After each year, I retried out for cheer and campaigned for new positions. The semesters began to fly by, and before I knew it, I was returning to campus my senior year as a student body president, the cheer co-captain, and Greek, 3 things I did not foresee my freshman year. Now, don't get me wrong. This was time-consuming and stressful, and I wanted to throw in the towel several times, but I never gave up. Having all these responsibilities and serving as the voice of the student body, as well as representing Jarvis Christian College at many conferences and events, I realized that my original plan to be a physical therapist was no more. A couple of months before graduation, I was reflecting on everything I had done since starting at JCC. Quickly, I realized that I wanted to change my career path. I knew that if there was a way for me to show other incoming students about the importance of campus involvement, I would find a place of happiness. I stopped looking at PT schools and began searching higher ed master's programs. Once again, I packed my bags and headed to Conway, Arkansas to attend the University of Central Arkansas to pursue my master's degree in college student personnel and administration. UCA was much bigger than Jarvis, but that was not the only difference. UCA was a predominantly white institution. I spent the first 2 weeks lost and alone, yet again trying to find people who looked like me. I felt like I was back at square one, but this time I was not going to compromise who I was to make others around me comfortable. I felt like an outsider and I wanted to belong. This led me to discover the Office of Diversity and Community. What began as volunteering every day after class became a graduate assistant position. It was there where I learned how to use my voice not only to advocate for marginalized students, but to also educate them on how to advocate for themselves. I served as the advisor to the Woman of Excellence and the co-advisor to the Minority Mentorship, two groups that opened doors and offered access to success for marginalized students at UCA. This ignited passion for diversity led me to educate and develop privileged individuals while creating a space for marginalized students to thrive as their authentic selves. Upon graduating with my master's degree in college student personnel and administration from UCA, I began my job search in the middle of a pandemic, which within itself was quite challenging. I knew that I was looking for a specific role that directly aligned with my passions and commitment to diversity work with and for college students. Taking a leap of faith, I decided to apply for the culture enrichment position here at DUville. 1,217 miles later, I arrived in Buffalo, New York to start a new journey. I'm sharing all of this with you today to remind you that you only get one chance to enjoy your college experience. What will you do during your time to make a positive change in your life and in someone else's life? I challenge you to step out of your comfort zone and join that organization that aligns with your interests and your passions. And if you can't find that organization, create it. I challenge you to be intentional with the relationships you create and learn how to become an advocate for yourself and others. And if this is your last semester at DUville, it's not too late to get involved. Try something you've never tried before. Cherish every moment you have here. Soon, you'll be an alum. These days, this ceremony, the friends you see every day will be the best memories of your life. You have an amazing opportunity to do great things here at DUville, and I encourage you to take advantage of it. Thank you.
The DUville's Founders Medal is presented to an individual who is recognized for dedicating their life to the service of others. This award recognizes individuals who not only realize but act upon their personal responsibility to address social injustice, to advocate for those in need, and to make significant contributions to the community through their time, actions, talent, and dedication. As you heard in Rashawn's words, her passionate approach to her life is evident, and she focuses her energy on those who need it most, the voiceless or marginalized, while educating everyone around her along the way. Whether it be a situation where she feels at home or a new venture, she gives each opportunity her full commitment and searches for ways to connect and embrace the moment, and importantly, with those individuals who need that support, that counsel, that help, that friend. Even in her short time on campus, we have seen the tremendous impacts to our students that have taken place in the Cultural Enrichment Center as a result of her work. She has made a difference in every position she has ever worked in, and that story continues with DUville. In recognition of the impact that she has made to the campus culture through her continual focus on the lifting up of all persons, I am proud to honor Rashawn Thomas by presenting her with DUville's Founders Medal. Congratulations, Rashawn, and thank you for sharing your story with us and bringing your talents and energy to DUville.
Thank you all for this honor and the opportunity to be able to share my journey and experience with you all. A little bit about myself. My name is Jumali, and my family and I were blessed with the opportunity to seek asylum here after our homeland was tarnished by the eruption of civil war. The transition in adjusting to a new culture, language, and way of life proved to be difficult. It was through the efforts of community workers, teachers, peers, and mentors, we were able to adapt to life here. It was because of the actions and kindness of people who opened their hearts and minds to a stranger that I stand before you today. That same warmth, that same kindness was what I found throughout my time here in the staff, professors, and fellow students at Duville College. Dedicated instructors who are determined to pass on their abundant knowledge and experience in their field of study onto the next generation of leaders, activists, physicians, nurses, just to name a few of the various opportunities being offered at this institution. Passionate staff that contribute to creating a safe space for students to flourish, display their unique talents, in addition to providing a platform for students to develop valuable leadership skills, learn, and grow. I was fortunate and lucky enough to have met compassionate peers that pick you up when you're feeling down, push you towards achieving your goals, and who share in those joyous and stressful moments. These characters, these individuals, in my experience, are who make Duville what it is. These mentors who shaped my experiences make Duville feel like my home away from home. One thing I truly came to appreciate during my time here was the diversity in thoughts, minds, and individuality of those in this campus community. Differences in thought, perspectives, and experiences contribute to new perceptions, ideas, and solutions. These differences are key to breaking down the social and structural barriers that prevent us from better understanding each other. Cultivating these minds can bring about necessary change, generate a better understanding of ourselves and each other, which we so verily need, especially in this trying of times when many across the nation face adversity in many different forms. The pursuit to understand the adversities in our communities, whether they be inequities in economics, healthcare, or education, is critical to solving them. Understanding how they came to be, why do they continue to exist, and how we can contribute in solving them. These questions are what stemmed my interest in the liberal arts. My education here at Duville has provided me with the necessary tools I need to succeed, and the campus community encourages its students to make a difference in their respective fields and communities. And for that, I am grateful to have spent these past several years creating bonds, friendships, memories that I will never forget and will last a lifetime. I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors and encourage you all to be part of the change that will continue to unite us. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you again to our inspirational speakers. Each year at Honors Convocation, we celebrate the remarkable achievements of Duville students in the area of scholarship, leadership, and service. We also recognize the faculty, staff, friends, and families who encourage them along the way. To the students, I congratulate you. You're the ones who balance your academic, personal, and professional lives together and find a way to excel in your fields of study. As the Vice President of Academic Affairs, it is now my privilege to present several academic awards. The Department of Humanities and Social Sciences recognizes students who have achieved academic excellence to the humanities or social science program. The Writing Award recipient is presented to a student producing the best written work in English courses. This selection is made by the English faculty. The recipient for 2021 is Emily Elsop. The Humanities Award recognizes a student making the widest contribution to the general growth and practice of several disciplines in the humanities. The recipient for 2021 is Mariana Minescalco. The Foreign Language Award is presented to a student who has demonstrated the highest aptitude and skills in foreign language courses at the college. The recipient for 2021 is Delaney Finwood. The History Award is determined by the unanimous agreement of the history faculty to a student who has achieved excellence in coursework and who understands how ideas and history change over time. The recipient for this award is William Brandel. The Sociology Award is given to a student who is committed to the systematic analysis of social problems, is dedicated to finding solutions, and demonstrates compassion and leadership skills in their actions. We are thrilled to bestow this award to Trian Gurin. The Psychology Award is given annually to a senior psychology student who is outstanding in academic performance, displays leadership in the psychology program, and applies academic content towards personal or professional development. This year, there is one recipient, and the name is Brandon Bova. The Department of Biology and Mathematics give individual academic and student research awards. Each of the students with their highest academic credentials are being honored for both their subject area work and their research contributions. For biology, Mason McMullen and Carson Smuda. For biology research, Mason McMullen. For mathematics, Christopher Pickett.
Next, we will present 2 awards for students in our Accelerated Masters of Science program in Anatomy that combines intensive hands-on study with a solid grounding in contemporary research techniques. D'Youville's MS Anatomy program prepares students for a variety of career paths, including pursuing a professional healthcare or science degree, academic research and instruction, or scientific and managerial position in health-related industries. Dr. Frierson, please announce the awardees.
The Department of Biology and Mathematics would like to recognize outstanding students in the anatomy program. The Anatomy MS Award goes to Alexis Isley. The Anatomy Research Award goes to Isabella Lucania. The Chemistry Department also gives individual academic and student research awards. Each of the students with the highest academic credentials are being honored for both their subject area work or their research contributions. The Chemistry Department award goes to Mabrit Makher Atab. The Business Department has 2 awards. One is for an undergraduate student, Allison Garys. The second award is for a graduate student, Shannon Steppenbach. Congratulations to all the award recipients in the School of Art, Science, and Education. The Bernice Schneeberger Award for Excellence in Clinical Nursing Practice is named for Dr. Bernice Schneeberger, a former chair of the Department of Nursing. The award is given to a graduate nursing student who maintains an overall QPA of 3.75 and carries a 4.0 in 3 clinical graduate nursing courses. The recipient for 2021 is Colleen Saar. The Marjorie Staten Nursing Theory and Research Application Award is named for the late Dr. Marjorie Staten, a former chair of the Department of Nursing. The award, sponsored by the Zeta Nu chapter of Sigma Theta Tau, is given to a master's student who demonstrates excellence in testing a nursing theory model. The recipient for 2021 is Pavi Kaur. The Outstanding Family Nursing Practitioner Student Award is given to a graduating nursing practitioner student who maintains an overall QPA of at least 3.5 and has demonstrated an outstanding clinical performance. The recipient for 2021 is Kevin Chen. The Margaret P. Curry Award in Nursing is presented annually to a senior who demonstrates professional responsibility and exceptional interpersonal relationships. It is named for a professor emerita who was a member of the first nursing graduating class of 1946. The recipient for 2021 is Samantha Post. The Outstanding Psych Mental Health Practitioner Student of the Year Award is presented annually to a graduate student in the Psych Mental Health program who has earned high academic achievement and displays outstanding clinical qualities benefiting a future professional. The recipient for 2021 is Sonia Tramp. The highest undergraduate award in nursing, the Eleanor G. Alexander Award, is presented to a senior who exemplifies the spirit of Marguerite Dieuville and the courage and commitment of Eleanor G. Alexander, for whom the award is named. Eleanor, a Dieuville nurse, died when serving in the Vietnam War. The recipient for 2021 is Delaney Finwood. Dear colleagues, I have the following awardees for the School of Nursing for 2021. Doctor of Nursing Practice, Doctor of Nursing Student of the Year, Natalie Bellini. Nursing Educator with a Clinical Focus Graduate Award, Student of the Year, Daler Sultanov. Nursing Management and Quality Leadership Graduate Award, Alexandria Bettolato. Congratulations to all of the award recipients in the School of Nursing. The Nutrition and Dietetics Program Award recognizes a graduating dietetics student who has demonstrated excellence in the area of scholarship and professional practice. The recipient for 2021 is Catherine Lincourt. The Exercise and Sports Studies Department presents its annual award to a student who best exemplifies academic excellence through achievement, leadership, and character. Recipients of this award must possess a commitment to their academic pursuits, an outstanding record of academic achievement, and the earned respect of both their peers and faculty. The Exercise Sports Studies Department is proud to recognize Samantha Tice. The Occupational Therapy Professional Promise Award is given to a fifth-year BS, MS, or third-year MS student who demonstrates outstanding clinical and professional skill, has shown enthusiasm for the profession, and has a history of service to the college or community. The recipient for 2021 is Robert Bell. The Occupational Therapy Department presents its Academic Excellence Award and its 5-year program to Rachel Lozak. The Occupational Therapy Program presents its Academic Excellence Award in the Master's Program to 2 recipients, Mallory Henry and Brittany Suzma. The Occupational Therapy Program Director's Award is given to a senior BS, MS, and/or a second-year MS student who demonstrates exemplary scholarship, service to the college and community, commitment to OT, and the potential for professional excellence. The Program Director's Award recipient is BS/MS Anna Kantansky. The Physical Therapy Academic Excellence Award is presented to a student with the highest cumulative average. The recipient for 2021 is Austin Meets. The Physical Therapy Service Leadership Award is presented to a physical therapy student who demonstrates leadership and service within the college and the surrounding community. The recipient for 2021 is Laura B.A. Congratulations to all of the award recipients in the School of Health Professions. With the Bowl of Hygeia Award, the School of Pharmacy's faculty recognizes students from each of their 4 professional classes whose academic performance and commitment to professionalism and community service best exemplifies the school's mission and values. The recipients rank among the top 10% of their class and have been involved in community and professional service. This year's awardees are as follows: P1, Benjamin Crisanti; P2, Madison Marciniak; P3, Chelsea Gibson; P4, Nicole Weiss. Congratulations to our award recipients in the School of Pharmacy. We'd like to now recognize our new honor program students. The new Dieuville Honors Program, led by Dr. Brandon Afsher, Associate Professor of Philosophy in our School of Art, Science, and Education, places students in a dedicated learning community devoted to critical thinking, creative problem solving, and empowering students to be leaders on our campus and in the community. Students invited to join the program are not only academically excellent, they are also open-minded, creative, and ready to challenge the world. Next, the faculty and administration of DUville accords special distinction in academic achievement to full-time undergraduate students who have earned a GPA of 3.4 or greater, and thus merit a place on the Dean's List. Graduate credit hours do not factor into the Dean's List. I call your attention to the program booklets, or see the names scrolling here, where Dean's List students for spring and fall are listed. The college wishes to honor those students who have achieved a 3.90 semester cumulative for spring or fall as well, and as such are placed on what DUville now calls the President's List. Please join me in congratulating all these outstanding students. We want to recognize all of our students on the Dean's List and President's List. And please, everyone, join me in recognizing their tremendous accomplishments. I now invite Anne-Marie Hummiser, on behalf of the Deweyville Alumni Association, to come to the podium to present the Lee Conroy Higgins Award to a member of the senior class.
The Lee Conroy Higgins Award, established in 1970, is presented by the Deweyville Alumni Association and named for the late Mrs. Elizabeth Conroy Higgins, class of 1930 and former Director of Alumni Relations. This award is given annually to a student who has outstanding concern for fellow students and is supportive of and involved in campus activities. This year's recipient is a senior biology major with a concentration in pre-med. She is a member of the Lambda Sigma Honor Society, in which she has served as a secretary and service chair. This student has also held positions of Senator at Large, Public Relations Chair, and Parliamentarian in SGA. Within SGA, she has been spearheading a team whose goal is to aid and help shed light on local volunteer organizations that cover a wide array of social issues, such as refugees, domestic abuse, and animal rescue. She is continuously working on her leadership skills and has partaken in all the leadership programs offered at Deweyville, such as DU Lead, Spartan Spark, and Spartan Flame. Additionally, she has taken advantage of attending several academic lectures to further aid her professional development. Her nominator shares that this student's greatest accomplishment is the connection she has forged between Deweyville and Mary Agnes Manor. For 3 years, she has been actively volunteering at Mary Agnes and adopted 2 grandparents who have been the inspiration behind her current drive to encourage and recruit other Deweyville students to get involved. She has truly made her mark on Deweyville and our community. I am very pleased to award the 2021 Lee Conroy Higgins Award to Chloe Denhays.
Hi, I am Dr. Kania Morosco, the Dean of the School of Pharmacy. As a 1984 inductee into Kappa Gamma Pi, it is my sincere pleasure to be awarding the St. Catherine of Alexandra Medal. The medal is awarded annually by Kappa Gamma Pi, which is a National College Honor Society. The recognition is conferred upon a junior who has rendered some specific outstanding service to the college or has established the best record of progressive achievement. This year's recipient is Hannah Sakolowski. Hannah, a student of Patricia H. Garment School of Nursing, has maintained a perfect 4.0 grade point average during her entire academic career. Furthermore, when nominated, it was written that Hannah is a responsible student who never hesitates to reach out to nursing faculty when in need of help. But even more so, Hannah is always willing to help other nursing students when asked. Congratulations, Hannah. You have clearly shown a record of outstanding achievement. So I am very pleased to present the 2021 St. Catherine of Alexandra Medal to Hannah Sakolowski.
The Grey Nuns of the Sacred Heart Medal seeks to recognize a graduate student who is both outstanding in academic performance as well as service to others, reflecting the mission of the Grey Nuns of the Sacred Heart, for whom this award is named. Our award recipient consistently brings a high level of engagement to the School of Pharmacy. He is the chapter president of the APHA ASP, has held e-board positions in the Delta Pi chapter of Phi Lambda Sigma Pharmacy Leadership Society, and was previously the APHA ASP regional member at large for Region 1. And last year, he was invited to become a member of the Rochi Honor Society. He has helped coordinate the Rochi Tutoring Center and volunteered as a tutor for students in their first and second years of study. Academically, he excels as well, achieving a cumulative grade point average of 3.6 or higher. In addition to these outstanding efforts, he is recognized as a well-rounded individual, an exemplary citizen, and a great ambassador for the pharmacy profession. The winner of the 2021 Grey Nuns of the Sacred Heart Medal is Jordan Scott. The Deweyville Medal seeks to recognize a student who is both outstanding in academic performance as well as service to others, as service is the hallmark of St. Marguerite d'Youville, for whom this award is named. It is conferred to a student whose character, intellectual achievement, service, leadership, and loyalty to the college renders them outstanding. This year's honoree is a responsible student who is known for her willingness to always lend a hand to her other nursing classmates. She brings a most responsible and professional approach to everything she does and is engaged both in and out of the classroom and is seen by many as a role model to her peers. She excels in the classroom, as evidenced by her 4.0 cumulative GPA. Prior to enrolling at d'Youville, our honoree served in the U.S. Army at the rank of E4 Corporal as a mental health specialist. She was a recipient of several commendation medals and was honorably discharged. I am very pleased to award the 2021 d'Youville Medal to Maggie Valdez. The Saints Crest Medal is given to a graduating student who embraces the core values of d'Youville while striving to improve our campus culture and society as a whole. The Saints Crest Medal recognizes a student who has worked selflessly in promoting social change, resulting in a better tomorrow for future saints. Not only has this year's recipient served both the d'Youville and Buffalo community over the past 4 years, but she has also dedicated herself to motivating other students to join in on all efforts that exist to better our future. Her ability to vocalize a vision lends to great success with fellow student buy-in, and her organizational and management skills always result in successful opportunity for everybody. It isn't unusual to find this student in the Park Advocacy Center late into the evening, finalizing a community service project or meeting with other students to advocate for a cause that needs support. All of these efforts are completed with a smile and maybe an occasional motivational meeting with BG from time to time, and are certain to leave d'Youville a better place now than before she joined our Saints community. I am very happy to award the 2021 Saints Crest Medal to Chloe Denhays. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, university leadership, and our entire campus community, I want to congratulate all of our students who have been highlighted and recognized today. Your accomplishments in and out of the classroom serve as an inspiration to all of us. It is an honor to lead this institution that you call your own, and we are so proud to call each of you a member of our Saints family. Continued success to each of you.
The closing prayer to today's convocation is inspired by St. Thomas Aquinas, a prolific writer and teacher in the Catholic Church and patron saint of universities and students. Let us pray. Dear Lord, we begin as we must with gratitude for all of the ways that you have helped each of our students celebrate today at this Honors Convocation. As the true source of light and wisdom, you've graciously allowed knowledge to penetrate the darkness of their students' minds and provided them with a keen understanding, a retentive memory, and the ability to grasp things correctly and fundamentally. We thank you for the gift of our education and the opportunities to be challenged, succeed, and grow. We celebrate today, taking this moment to recognize those who have been part of their path, from the parents, family, and friends that loved and supported, to the elementary and high school teachers that laid the foundation, and now to the d'Youville faculty and staff that continued to build upon their work, resulting in the successes and accomplishments we celebrate. We ask that you continue to inspire and lead them, as this celebration is not an ending, rather it is merely a beginning. May you inspire these students and all of us to be lifelong learners, opportunity seekers, and community leaders. Fill our souls with a passion for service, a yearning for justice, and a heart for the poor, and an endless desire to never refuse to serve. We pray all of this with great confidence in your name. Amen. Congratulations to all of our students, especially those we honor today. We are so proud to call you saints. Our convocation will now conclude with the playing of our alma mater.
Duville alma mater, our soul